All right, guys, welcome back to another Q&A voiceover where you play Madden essentially and just roll the computer with my franchise team, and I answer your questions and just kind of scroll down my YouTube questions. I think this is a great way, and a lot of people responded well to the last one, so I think I'm going to do another one here. Basically what I'm going to do is people have been saying that I haven't been getting to a lot of the questions, so some of the questions I'm going to scroll down and answer them here on this video. I think it's mutually beneficial because obviously if I didn't respond to that person, you can hear that now. And a lot of the questions that these people have will be in reference to another potential, business model that you might be familiar with. So if you watch this channel for private labeling, there's probably a private label question coming. If you watch this for arbitrage, there might be an arbitrage question coming, and so on and so forth. So that's the way that we're going to do this, we'll really just jump right into it. All these are entrepreneur and e-commerce related and marketing stuff too, so they can help you if you're into that stuff. Let's see if we can find a good one. Started so far down, I'm still seeing mystery box videos. It amazes me how many people actually responded to that mystery box video so well. Like, people were so into it, and it kind of scares me, but at the same time, it also gives me hope because it scares me for the human race, to be perfectly honest, that people are that naive to think that people would actually buy from the dark web and put that on YouTube. But at the same time, as somebody who sells, teaching, making money online, there's clearly a lot of people that need to be taught, but that's just my take on it. All right, Jason Logwood, sorry if I butcher the names, guys. Jason Logwood asks, how do we keep our emails out of spam? Can I make a video about that? Well, typically, he's referring to basically my spam tactic where I don't really do this anymore, number one, and I honestly would steer you away from doing this if you're doing this now. So it still works, but Google and Gmail have been cracking down on this like crazy this past year. It used to work a lot better, and now if your account is warmed up, it still works. However, if you're starting a brand new account, it can take a while to warm up. So specifically, my answer is you don't keep your emails out of spam when you're doing that. It's just part of the game, man. The power's in the numbers. If you're pulling about 100,000 emails, even if you're only getting 100 that convert, it's not that great. But at the same time, if you remember that maybe you're getting paid $2.50 per conversion, well, you're doing all that work for $250. So it's not terrible, but like I said, it's hard to scale now because Google and Gmail have cracked down. So the answer to that question specifically is you don't keep them out of spam. If you send 100,000 emails randomly and 20,000 go to spam, it's not the end of the world, right? Power's in the numbers. Sorry, I'm laughing at some of these comments. There's so many mean ones. Okay, so Jane Morningstar says, for method number 2, how do you, and this is on my top 3 ways to make money as a broke kid, or $100 a day fast as a broke kid, something like that. I forget what it was titled. And she's basically referring to method number 2 in this, which is eBay dropshipping. Now, I just released a brand new course on this. Not trying to sell you guys on that. I'm just referring to the topic because a lot of people have actually been asking me similar questions because I just actually started promoting this through Udemy. So she basically asks, for that specific method, how do you make sure that the customer doesn't receive the invoice from AliExpress? This basically what you're doing is you're drop shipping from AliExpress to eBay. It's a little bit more complicated than that, but that's it in a nutshell. If you guys want to check that video out, I'll drop that as a card above my head right now. I'll also link it in the description if you want to check it out. It's the middle one. It's not the first one, it's the middle one, so it's method number 2. She basically says, how do you keep the person from understanding that the invoice is from AliExpress, stating that not only is it from AliExpress, but that it's a different price? It's pretty simple. You just, in AliExpress, when you're checking out, you just ask them to blindly drop ship it. They know what that means. So say, would you mind blindly drop shipping this to my customer? And what that will basically do is that will take the manufacturer's name off of it and the price. So they won't, the customer will then be none the wiser of the price of the item and who is actually shipping it to them. Let's find another one. That was a good one. All right, guys, back here now. Now, I skipped ahead a little bit and kind of cut that out because I was literally just scrolling and scrolling and scrolling, and it was all mystery box comments. I was scrolling for just pages and pages and pages. So what I basically did is I went back to my original, just all the most popular videos that weren't mystery boxes on my channel, opened them up, and I'm just going to read comments and questions from them. I think that this is a better way to go. It'll be a lot better, a lot less lag in between each question. So Gary Edwards Snow asks, Not every YouTube video has email addresses in the comments. How would you find some that do? Is this just a trying to figure it out thing? This is in reference to my video of how to build a free targeted email list, where I basically scrolled with an email exporter on a YouTube video that was asking for, what's it called? Emails. Don't know why I'm drawing a blank there. And basically, it was a really, really great way that I was able to make money in a short period of time, because they were all targeted around Amazon, and I sent them an Amazon offer. Now, it's going to be hard for you to basically, it's impossible to know which YouTube videos, unless you stumble upon them, have emails in the comments like that. So I would just suggest, if you're going that route, just do manual crawling on Google or Facebook. It works really, really well. I'll drop a card to a video where I've done that in the past. That basically shows you how to do that, and you can just pull targeted emails from search engines like Google and Facebook. It's a great, great way to do it, and I suggest doing that rather than just scouring YouTube, because you'll be wasting a lot of your time. Albert Zorker says, great video, but email exporter doesn't export emails anymore, only phone numbers. How do you solve this? Well, email exporter does export emails. I don't know what you're talking about. It definitely does. Maybe you just, I don't know, maybe you have to update your version or something. But it works fine for me. I don't use it that much anymore, but it still works for me. Pratik, I think that's Pratik. Pratik says, hi, do sending cold emails violate GDPR laws and privacy? That's a good question. What's my take on it? Well, like I said in the last video, I'm not a law expert. Consult a lawyer if you really want to know the specific answer to these things, but it's my understanding that it's not illegal. I read up on that when I was first introducing that course, and you're allowed to send emails to cold people soliciting stuff. That's a fact. You're allowed to. It's the law. Yes, it's legal. And to my understanding, there's a gray area there, but you are allowed to email somebody random with an offer or a CPA offer, or spamming them, so to speak. However, it does become illegal, and it does become a gray area when you continuously do it when they ask you to remove them. So that's the gray area to my understanding. If you send somebody a cold email, it's not illegal. If you send somebody a cold email and then they ask you to remove them from the list, and you continually send them emails even though they've asked you, that becomes illegal. So that's the only, to my knowledge, the only thing that makes it illegal. If somebody asks you to take them off the list, obviously if you're using Gmass and G Suite, there won't be an unsubscribe button. You can put one in there, but I'd suggest just keeping it out. Then just obviously remove them from your list. It's pretty self-explanatory. Let's find another one. Okay. Arity Nee says, you're a really good reviewer on Amazon who is deeply loved by your fans. I love your style, and I wonder if we can be a sponsor. Oh, Jesus. No, I don't accept sponsorships on this channel. The only time I would really ever accept a sponsorship is maybe when I got a little bit bigger and it was something that I already believed in. I'm not going to sell out, because I already sell my own products and stuff. I don't really need a sponsorship. Mario Tedvik says, hey Brian, if I sell 20 products and get 20 reviews, do you think that's a problem or potential for Amazon to ban your account? He asks this 4 months ago, and this is on my Amazon, how to basically get unlimited Amazon reviews in 2018 with a new algorithm. My answer to that normally would be, well, it's not normally. If you only sell 20 products and you're getting 20 reviews, that's going to be a huge red flag. Even if you don't get caught right away, they're probably going to catch you eventually. I would space it out a little bit more. I would sell them organically and then kind of mix in a bunch, here and there. You don't really need that many reviews, to be perfectly honest. The difference between, 5 reviews and 50 reviews is really not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things. I always recommend getting 10 at least, and then kind of just chilling, and then you can kind of work organically and with PPC from there. But once you get 10 reviews, sell 100 things, get 10 reviews, and you'll be fine. Couple more questions on the Amazon. Let's go. My question is, if I get my friends and neighbors to go purchase the item, is it against terms of service? So he's basically saying if his friends and neighbors review his product private label wise, is it against terms of service? Yes and no. There's a gray area there as well. So it is against terms of service if you solicit that positive review. So if you give them a product and basically say it's in exchange for a positive review, that's a violation of the terms of service. I'm stumbling over my words here, Jesus. But if you give them the product and basically say you'd appreciate a review and you don't specify whether that's positive or negative, it is not against terms of service. So you just can't simply solicit, you can't give your product for free or for discount with the expectation of a positive review. There's a gray area there, but it depends. Amanda Smith says, can you make a video on how to buy/connect G Suite with GMass accounts? Because Amanda, I actually did. This was 7 months ago, now that I'm reading this, but I actually did. I'll drop that video above my head right now as a card. I'll also drop that in the description below. A couple more from this one, then we'll move on. Hi, Brian. If I buy one G Suite and one GMass today, how many emails can I send today? Well, if you buy a GMass and a G Suite today, that means they're brand new. So especially with Google and Gmail cracking down, I would say no more than 100 right now. Once you scale it up fully, it can be up to 8K a day. But, right now, brand new account, 2018, they're cracking down. I wouldn't go over 100 a day. It's a slow scale process. All right, that's the last one from that. Let's move on to the Instagram video. Actually, let's skip this one. I'm not too into Instagram anymore. I just want to outsource my social media and get rid of it because it's the same thing with the CPA question from the last video and the social media marketing questions. I don't enjoy it. It's not something that really jazzes me up. See What You Want says, you talk a lot of unnecessary bullshit and it gives me a headache. Thanks, man. This is on my Make Money Online with Atomic Email Hunter video, so same as that last one, kinda. Hey man, JD says, hey man, nice video, really interesting. I know it's a difficult question, but how much do you think I can make a day using your system? I'm not going to continue reading this question, it's long, but I get these questions all the time. It doesn't matter what, business model it's on, whether that's, email marketing, whether that's private labeling, retail arbitrage. People always want to ask, hey man, before I get started, how much do you think I can make? I can't answer that question because I don't know you. It all depends on you and your ability to take action on the information. There's a lot of, I'm not teaching it because the reason I'm teaching is because you can make money doing it, and I've made money doing it in the past. It all depends on the person, how much you take the information in, how receptive you are to it, how willing to take action you are on that particular information, and then learn from the mistakes that you make and re-implement. You can make money doing all the things that I teach. It just depends on you. So I never like to answer those questions for anybody that's going to ask me in the future. How much money can I make using X? The answer is it depends on you. One more from this video, and then we'll move on to a couple other ones. I got an automation video, and then I got a mass email video, and then we'll do the dropshipping Becker video. A couple more real fast. Asim says, nice video. I also checked out your Udemy videos. You have some great valuable lessons for us. I'm definitely thinking of joining your email marketing course. Just wondering, is it possible to scrape emails and phone numbers from Facebook using this tool? Which one is this? This is Atomic Email Hunter. Not really. You can. There are ways around it, but I would say no. He's referring to Atomic Email Hunter. So you can't scrape Facebook or any other place necessarily with Atomic Email Hunter so well, but what you can do is you can manually crawl them, and that works very, very well in a lot of ways. And like I said, I believe I dropped the manual crawl video already. It should be in the description. That's basically a way to get targeted emails around any niche. This is a question, this is the number one question that I get across all my courses. Prominent Singles International Dating Agency says, I'm having trouble finding the correct link to Atomic Email Hunter. Where is it in your course? I need to build a frequently asked questions page because I spend probably about a good 5 minutes a day on average answering this question across platforms, which adds up to a lot of my life. And the answer is it's attached to a Word document at the beginning of Lecture 4 in an email and affiliate marketing mastermind. In that course, it's attached as a Word document at the beginning of Lecture 4, and it is the Google Drive link. That will give you the free cracked version of Atomic Email Hunter. Andre Gumar says, how do you protect your IP address? VPN, proxy, what do you recommend? What about GMass? Do you feel the need to protect the IP address somehow? Andre, like I said, internal IPs and external, I don't know what that was. Internal XPs and internal IP addresses, oh my God, and external IP addresses are a little bit beyond the scope. I could talk about them for a day or two, but typically I don't really worry about them. If you scale slowly, it won't be a problem. Always scale slowly. That's always my number one. One more from here. Does AEH, Atomic Email Hunter, Fortune Brown says, does Atomic Email Hunter hunt for private Gmail addresses or business Gmail? Well, it hunts for both. A lot of them will be business, but there's nothing wrong with business emails. People always say, well, I get a bunch of, business related emails in my personal emails when I scan with Atomic Email Hunter. And to be honest, what's wrong with that? I don't find anything wrong with that in my experience. There's people behind those emails just the same, and they're clearly interested in that topic. It doesn't matter if they're sitting at work. A lot of people scan the internet when they're at work. All right, a couple from Send Mass Email. How to send mass email in 2018 for free. I'll drop that as a card above my head right now. That's the video I'm referring to right now. About 20,000 views. Alex Max says, how many emails do you use to send, say, 10,000 emails? He's referring to how many G Suite accounts do I use to send 10,000 emails. Well, since mine are scaled, I can send a bit more than you because you're probably just starting out. Like I said, send 100 when you're first starting out and then scale very, very slowly. But right now, I'd use 2 G Suites with Gmass to send 10,000 emails. That's all you need. And I'm assuming that you're referring to per day. Watch Social says, can we use one Gmass account with multiple G Suites? No, you need multiple Gmasses per G Suite. So you're going to need, every time you have a G Suite account, you're going to need a Gmass on that. So it's one of each, and they pair. One more from this video, because we've been talking about these email and atomic stuff a lot, and I don't really do this that much anymore. Esther Laos says, Esther Laos, I don't remember, I can't pronounce that name. Are G Suite's accounts, oh my God, are G Suite accounts free? No, Esther, I think they're $8 a piece, to my knowledge. All right, moving on to Instagram automation, about 21,000 views. Drop that as a card above my head, also in the description. Thomas Setcher says, the extension is full of malware. How can I recommend this pile of crap? Well, the extension is not full of malware. I don't know what you're talking about specifically, but if I link to Follow Liker, that's not full of malware. Josh C says, so you sit there and physically follow 60 people an hour. No, Josh. When I use Follow Liker, it follows for me. You can do that if you want to do that, but it's a lot of time wasted. Andy Halili says, is the app still there in 2018? I can't find it. He's basically referring to, I'm assuming, Auto Insta, which is a Google Chrome app that was free and is now expensive, or not now expensive, now costs money. I believe it's like $5 per month. I think it's there. I think they brought it down when they were changing it from the free version to the paid version, but it should be there. Just search for Auto Insta. Top Shelf Edit says, Jesus, is this the Follow Liker ad? Yes, Top Shelf. They paid me to put this out here. Diego says, if my pool is around 5K, but I only follow 300 follows per day, is my account at risk because my pool is at 5K? No, Diego. He's talking about how many people you keep in your pool for Auto Insta. No, your pool doesn't matter. It's about how many people you follow. Instagram can't see how many people are in your pool. They just see how many people you actually follow. All right, let's do like a couple from Becker's video because that's my other most popular video outside of the mystery boxes, and then we'll end this here. Obviously, let me know if you guys like this video. If you stayed this long, I appreciate it. I'd love answering your questions. If you have a specific question, drop it in the comments down below. I'd love to answer it for you in the next one, and I will check this video first to answer those questions. On top of that, please give it a like. I appreciate that. It really, really helps the channel grow, and it lets me know that you guys like this kind of content so I can make more of it. Dragon Slayer says, how is this any different than the course that you offer at the end of this video? And he's referring to the fact that I'm basically bashing Becker for selling his course in the ad. First and foremost, I made this video a long time ago when I didn't know who Alex Becker was. I just knew that he gave me annoying as shit ads, and they annoyed me. So I didn't know anything about him back then. But it isn't any different. Suppose the fact that I sell my course for $10 and he sells his course for, I think, $1,000. I'd never taken his course. I have since enrolled in his academy to check it out, and I've since purchased his book to check it out, and I've watched a bunch of his YouTube videos to check them out. I have nothing but great things to say about the guy. I've never taken his dropshipping course, but I'm sure it's great. He obviously knows a lot about marketing, and he obviously knows a lot about e-commerce and just being an entrepreneur in general and succeeding. So, you know, take his course if you really want to, but my course is $10, so that's the difference. Cato, this isn't a question, but Cato says dropshipping has been dead since 2014. I'm not sure about that necessarily. There's a million different ways to dropship, but if you're talking about Shopify dropshipping, it definitely is a little bit more competitive now, that's for sure. Let's find another good one real fast. Let's find a couple more and then we'll end this video, guys. Did everyone get a Shopify ad played before this video? Jeremy Ferguson says. Probably, because I'm sure Becker put ads on top of this video because he targets well. Ghost Dog says the song name from the beginning of this. I don't remember what that song was. That was a intro from a while back. Same thing with JDC song name. I don't remember what it was called, guys. I'm sorry. One more question and then we'll finish this up. All right, Carol, I don't even know what this says, but Carol Viktalinchinsky or whatever says, dude, you don't know anything about him and you didn't even watch his vids and you're bashing him. What have you built? And okay, I can see where this is going. Well, first and foremost, I just praised him about a minute ago. If you're listening to this video, I doubt that you are, but I didn't know what his stuff was back then, and even if you rewatch this video, I'll drop it as a card right above my head right now, also in the description. It's basically called What Alex Becker Doesn't Want You to Know About Shopify Dropshipping. I don't bash him at all. In fact, I just talk about the ad. He sells really well in the ad. He does exactly what he's supposed to do. Now that I know a little bit more about selling and salesmanship, he's doing a great job in the ad. I just break it down and talk about how it's misleading. I don't take any personal shots at him at all. In fact, I just say how the ad can be misleading to people that are just getting into it, because it can in reality. So that's basically where I stand with that. But like I said, I don't really know that much about him, but from what I do know, I have nothing but great things to say about the guy. So hope you guys like this video. Give it a thumbs up. I really, really appreciate it. And drop a comment down below. I'd love to hear from you.